Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the most powerful and enduring stories ever told. Today, we're diving into a dramatic tale of family, faith, and difficult choices. It's the story of Abraham and his nephew, Lot. A story that unfolds under the harsh sun of the ancient Near East and teaches us profound lessons about humility, materialism, and the heart of a true leader. Imagine the scene: the arid hills between Bethel and Ai. The air is thick with dust and the bleating of countless sheep and goats. Abraham and Lot have become so prosperous that their herds are enormous, too large for the land to support. Water is scarce, and tensions are running high. Their herdsmen are fighting, arguing bitterly over wells and grazing rights. What was once a source of blessing their wealth is now a source of conflict, threatening to tear their family apart. In this moment of crisis, Abraham steps forward. He is the elder, the patriarch, the one with the authority to command. But instead of imposing his will, he does something extraordinary. He speaks to Lot with incredible gentleness and humility. "Let there be no strife between you and me," he says, "for we are family." Then he makes a staggering offer. He gives Lot, the younger man, the first choice of the land. "If you take the left, I will go to the right. If you take the right, I will go to the left." This isn't just a business deal. It's a profound act of peacemaking and trust in God's provision. From a high ridge, the two men survey the landscape. To one side is the rugged, dry hill country of Canaan. To the other, the Jordan Valley stretches out like a lush green ribbon. The Bible describes it as being well-watered everywhere, like the garden of the Lord. It's an easy choice for someone looking for immediate comfort and prosperity. Lot's eyes are drawn to this paradise. He sees the promise of wealth and an easier life. He doesn't seem to pay much mind to the cities nestled in that valley, Sodom and Gomorrah, places already known for their wickedness. Lot makes his decision based on what he can see. He chooses the fertile plain and packs up his tents, moving his family and his flocks toward Sodom. His choice is understandable from a worldly perspective, but it's a choice that will lead him down a path of compromise and danger. Meanwhile, Abraham is left standing alone in the seemingly less desirable land of Canaan. It's a moment of solitude, but not of abandonment. For as soon as Lot departs, God speaks to Abraham. He reaffirms his promise, telling Abraham to look in every direction, north, south, east, and west. "All the land that you see," God says, "I will give to you and your offspring forever." Abraham chose faith over sight, family peace over personal gain, and God honored him for it. Years pass. Abraham is living by the oaks of Mamre when three mysterious visitors appear at his tent. He welcomes them with lavish hospitality, not yet realizing he is in the presence of divine beings. During their visit, they reveal a chilling purpose. They are on their way to Sodom to see if the outcry against its wickedness is true, and if it is, judgment will fall. Abraham's heart sinks. He doesn't think about his own righteousness or Lot's poor choices. His first thought is for his nephew trapped in that doomed city. What happens next is one of the most remarkable conversations in the entire Bible. Abraham stands before the Lord and begins to intercede, to negotiate for the city's very survival. His dialogue is bold, yet deeply respectful. "Will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked?" he asks. "What if there are 50 righteous people in the city? Will you not spare the place for the sake of the 50? The Lord agrees. But Abraham, filled with a desperate love for his family, presses on. His courage is astonishing. "Now that I have been so bold as to speak to the Lord, though I am nothing but dust and ashes, what if the number of the righteous is 5 less than 50? The negotiation continues, 40, 30, 20. Each time God agrees. Finally, Abraham reaches his last trembling plea. "May the Lord not be angry, but let me speak just once more. What if only 10 are found there?" And the Lord replies, "For the sake of 10, I will not destroy it." In this powerful exchange, we see Abraham's true character. He is not just a patriarch, he is an intercessor, a man who stands in the gap for others, pleading for mercy. As twilight falls on Sodom, 2 of the visitors, now revealed as angels, arrive at the city gate. They find Lot sitting there, and just like his uncle, he shows them hospitality, urging them to stay in his home. But the city's depravity quickly becomes terrifyingly clear. The men of Sodom, both young and old, surround Lot's house, demanding that he hand over his guests for them to abuse. It's a scene of utter chaos and moral collapse. The angels have to strike the mob with blindness to protect the household. The message to Lot is now urgent and clear. "Get your family and flee. We are going to destroy this place." But even with disaster looming, Lot hesitates. He has become attached to his life in Sodom, to his home and his possessions. He even tries to warn his sons-in-law, but they just laugh at him, thinking he's joking. The dawn is breaking, and time has run out. The angels have to physically grab Lot, his wife, and his 2 daughters by the hand and drag them out of the city. They are literally pulled to safety against their own reluctance. The command is strict. Flee for your lives. Don't look back, and don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away. As they run, the judgment begins. Fire and sulfur rain down from the heavens, engulfing Sodom, Gomorrah, and the entire plain. It's a terrifying spectacle of divine justice. But in this critical moment, Lot's wife disobeys. Whether out of longing, regret, or attachment to the life she was leaving behind, she looks back, and in that instant she becomes a pillar of salter permanent, haunting monument to the danger of a divided heart and a longing for a world that is passing away. The next morning, Abraham returns to the place where he had stood before the Lord. He looks out toward the plain where Sodom and Gomorrah once stood. There is no green valley, no bustling cities. All he can see is dense smoke rising from the land, like the smoke from a furnace. The judgment is complete. The sight must have been heartbreaking. But in that heavy silence, there is also a glimmer of profound hope. Abraham doesn't need to be told it. He understands his prayer, his bold intercession, was not in vain. God did not find 10 righteous people in Sodom, but he remembered Abraham, and because of Abraham, God brought Lot out of the catastrophe. Lot was saved not because of his own merits or his wise choices, but because he was connected to a man of faith who loved him enough to stand in the gap for him. The story ends not with the fire of judgment, but with the quiet faithfulness of God, who hears the prayers of the righteous and does not forget his own, even in the midst of destruction. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey through the story of Abraham and Lot. If this story moved you, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next exploration into these timeless narratives. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.